This week it's a two-fer as we serve up the Pickleball Exorcist and Womb reviews. The Pickleball Exorcist is a horror comedy directed and written by Evan Jacobs and starring Mike Hartsfield as a demonic pickleballer wielding satanic paddles. And in Womb, a horror thriller from director Bridget Smith starring Taylor Hanks as a 22-year-old recovering addict who is pregnant and seeking peace in a remote cabin getaway. Folks, we watch these so you don't have to. Welcome to FlickFloptober.
Gary, please do me a favor real quick. Read what you said about Pickleball Exorcist one more time.
Pickleball Exorcist.
So people can hear what the breakdown of what this film is supposed to be.
If I'm not mistaken, let me see. Oh, I don't have it. Darn it. I had a actual, I actually had the plot on here and I guess I deleted it. So it's a horror comedy directed blah, 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 starring this dude, Mike, as a demonic pickleballer wielding satanic paddles.
Now, let me just say real quick. It looks like it's starring Hank Hill playing pickleball. Hey, you.
Dang it, Bobby, get out on the court.
It's my serve. That's not on the line, damn it.
What is it? I have to ask because I saw in the plot thing, I saw this thing come up with, let me see if I can find it. Drive, drop, dink. Dive? Does that make sense?
Those are just terms that people use while playing pickleball.
Okay.
I learned. First of all, I have thoughts on pickleball. To start off with,
Did you know about pickleball before seeing the Pickleball Exorcist?
I did, and here's my 2 cents on pickleball, and I don't understand why the world is obsessed with a game that's basically an adult life-size version of freaking ping pong. It's tennis, people. Like, tennis has been around for the dawn of our childhood, and suddenly pickleball is the greatest sport ever known to man. It's everywhere, it's loud, it's obnoxious, and people talk about it, and I want to smack them in the head with a damn pickleball.
You know what it kind of feels like?
What?
And first of all, I do want to know the origins of why it's called pickleball.
I do know that.
Okay, I want to know that. But first, I just want to say the fad part of it reminds me of cornhole. When cornhole became the thing, and suddenly everything was cornhole.
Yeah, everybody's talking about cornholing.
Right.
Wait,
which when you first hear it, you're like, "Wait a minute,
it's got to be
your now.
It's got to be your hole."
What kind of tournament is this? I don't think I want to.
I don't want my kids going to a cornhole tournament. What? I don't want my wife going to a cornhole tournament unless I'm involved. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
how you do?
Anyway,
pickleball.
This movie starring Hank Hill here behind me. Real quick, the little bit I know about the actual game of pickleball, it was started in, I believe, the 60s. Now, someone can educate me on that. I believe it was like 60s, 69-ish. But the gist from what I've read, and I read this because my lovely Teresa's had to put up with this rant I do about pickleball more than she cares to. And I looked it up in the 60s or maybe early 70s. Out in Seattle, Washington area, and on one of the islands off the coast of Washington State, this guy, a couple, husband and wife, their kids, or there was people staying at their house, and they were bored. And the person who invented it was trying to keep the kids entertained, and he took some, like, I believe it was actual ping pong paddles, and gave them like a wiffle ball. And he just lowered a net on a tennis court he had. And he drew up some boundaries and just made up some quick rules. The term pickleball comes from the dog. Their dog was named Pickles.
Okay. That's really where
that's as simple as it gets. Now, I guarantee there's
some Pickles ball that they used.
Oh my God. I promise you, there's probably someone in our lives, Gary, that's going to come on here and just rip me a new one about how great the sport is. It's then play tennis. Like, where were you at your whole life and you never picked up a tennis racket, or you never got into competition ping pong? But this game changes the world. They're all over down here in Nashville. There's pickleball courts everywhere.
Look, I gotta say, I didn't see the movie, but I have to say that when Satan becomes involved in pickleball, it's enough for me to stay away.
So then we come fast forward to this. Now, Gary, sometimes he'll send me movies to watch all the time. Hey, man, check this one out. He did not recommend this one. I was scrolling through a library of films that we have access to, and I saw it, and I jokingly said, "Oh my God, I didn't know you had Pickleball Exorcist was available." And he was like, "Yep." And and as a joke, I was like, "I'm gonna watch it," and I did. It was only an hour and 8 minutes long, so I was able to. I figured I could chalk off, an hour and 8 minutes of a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
What Gary wasn't ready for was all the text messages I sent him
Yeah.
while I was watching this film. Now, look, this is clearly a thumbs down. This movie is. I mean, I'm assuming it was a joke because the acting in this thing is really not good.
Yeah.
And when I say not good, I mean it's bad. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start. I will post some pictures to the Facebook page. So if you watch this, you will see some screenshots. I took many screenshots and sent them to Gary. Like, Gary, I want you to see what I'm watching. So like, here's my thing. This has to be a total goof. There's so many plot holes, bad acting, scenes that go on too long, like a Family Guy skit. I mean, they just go on and on. The budget, from what I could find, and this was hard to find information on this film, was apparently around $2,500.
Yeah, I have an interesting note on here that says micro budget film. Many of the effects are cheesy on purpose. Props to look like cheap Halloween store items. Obviously low budget practical gore and body parts. And you sent me 2 small clips.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky enough to catch a couple texts from you that included video. One of the pictures showing a baby, which was clearly just a doll, and the pickleball paddles were clearly just paddles with like some art done on them.
It looked like there was like some duct tape.
It's terrible.
So look, put aside that this is not done by any. This is not done by George Lucas's company. Special effects wise, and I think the gist of it, this guy's just having some fun.
Yeah,
and look, he's got us talking about it. It was entertaining. This would be a great movie to watch with a bunch of your friends if you're all sitting around drinking and you just want to have some fun and have a laugh. This movie would do that for you because you would be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe how bad this is." I mean, there's scenes where like people are getting attacked by this guy here with this racket, this pickleball racket, and he's swinging at him and he's hitting them, Gary. Though as he's striking them with the paddle, blood is squirting up on a non-existent wall that's not in the scene. But there's a and there's a spray of blood, and then back to the guy, and now the guy's getting beats like this the whole time. No. You never see him make any contact or draw blood on the body, but it's whack, cut to the wall, blood spatter, whack, and again, no, whack. There's a scene where a guy's walking with his child in a stroller, and the funny thing is, the guy walking the baby, another baby, he kills multiple babies. The guy walking the baby with the stroller is actually a main character, just not. He's in a different set of clothes. So when Hank Hill here attacks the baby in the stroller, and for no reason, he's just killing people because the racket says "kill them all." So he's doing it right. The guy whose child is being murdered by this guy is just doing this. No, stop! Please stop doing this. And he's just crushing his kid, this little baby doll. Just splat. Never once does the guy come from behind the baby stroller and like punch him, tackle him, beat the living crap out of him, move the stroller out of the way. He just like, stop, please stop killing me.
Dude, that is very reminiscent of the movie I'm going to talk about here in a minute.
So, again, written and directed by Evan Jacob. You're getting full credit for this one, buddy. He also is famous for a film. Let me check Rotten Tomatoes here real quick. The tomato meter and the popcorn meter have actually 0. There's nothing. There's no information. But the guy has done another film that I think it's called The Toilet Massacre.
Oh, no.
So,
I participated in one of those ones.
Yeah.
So McDonald's in Columbus. Sorry.
It's oddly specific, Gary.
Well, for me.
Anyway, the point is if you want to just sit and kill some time and laugh and make, wow, this movie's bad, but laugh about it, you got it with this movie in spades.
All right, let's switch over to Womb real quick because I don't have a whole lot to say about this movie. This thing says it's based on true events.
This is not, by the way.
If I was to tell you what the event was based on, it's called fetal abduction. Apparently, there was somebody that stole a baby out of somebody.
Okay, can I say something here real quick?
That's gross.
Oddly enough,
Uh-oh.
Gary, probably within the past 2 months, I was having a conversation about that case you're talking about with a woman who was a baby cut out of her womb.
Okay.
Not in a like, oh my god, let's get into details. In my head, I was like, didn't somebody cut a baby? And Teresa's like, absolutely, it's disgusting. I was like, yeah. I thought I remembered that news story. Okay, there you go.
So knowing that this movie is based on that, and by based on, I mean it takes the idea of doing that and then wrote a movie around it. I don't think there's anything in this film that actually happened. And if it did happen this way, it would explain why it was so terrible. Look, all I did was I was trying to write some stupid little things about it. It wasn't womb, it was tomb, because that's where the tension of this film went to die. I've seen scarier acting in a high school health class. When they're talking about abstinence, there's aborted, like this cabin that they go to in this film is all boarded up because for some reason it's an Airbnb, which makes no sense. And there's weird names written or words written all over this cabin where they boarded up. For some reason, when they rent the cabin out, when they're not actually staying in the cabin, they remove the windows and board it up. I don't know why. None of this makes sense. The movie doesn't make sense in any way. So they boarded up the windows probably to help to try to keep the audience from escaping the film. If this is based on a true story, then the true story must have been about me wasting 86 minutes of my life. Calling this a thriller is generous. There's more thrills watching microwaving popcorn.
Wow. Zing.
Yeah. The real horror wasn't actual fetal abduction. It was plot abduction. There is no plot. The plot's terrible. The so-called twist in it, you can see coming a mile away. I don't recommend seeing this movie for anybody, really. I mean, the whole concept is, and you know what? I don't care about spoilers because if you actually see this after I tell you about it, that's your own.
You deserve it.
With. But there's this. The woman is 8 months pregnant, and I think she's 9 months because she's about ready to pop, according to what happens in this film. And she's going to this. You know what? I don't even want to tell you the plot. She goes to this camp with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's like, "Stay here with my sister,"
which is what you do when you're 9 months pregnant.
Yeah, stay here right. Stay here with my sister while I go work. I've got to go do this thing. And then suddenly they start getting attacked, and now they know that there's been a case in the area of where this person attacked a woman and cut the baby out of her. Right, so she's afraid that's who's stalking her, so she's hiding in the cabin. Now, there's all kinds of stupid stuff that happens in this. I don't even want to waste your time with it. Only to tell you that the sister gets knocked out in one of the first confrontations with this guy and is absent for most of the movie, laying on the floor. Nice. No attention given to her, not checking up on her. There's a cop that's involved. The cop shows up to try to help him, but of course, the cop is inept because everything that he does, like no cop would do. There's a lot of nonsense with the people that rent the place showing up and the killer doing stuff to them, which makes no sense the way they do it. And there's a lot of moments where she leaves the cabin and you're like, why would you leave when the guy's right there? You can see him. And I don't know. I don't even want to get into all those details. I do want to tell you that the whole point of the whole thing was that the so-called sister was the girlfriend of the guy that's supposed to be the girlfriend of the pregnant lady, and they're just wanting to steal her baby. And the guy that's been stalking him is actually her boyfriend the whole time, which, because he disappears at the beginning of the movie because he got to go do work, you're like, it's got to be that guy. This is terribly written, terribly made. Dialogue is awful. Women talk in this film like guys. I mean, what's confusing about it is, if I'm not mistaken, the writer was a guy. It was directed by a woman. The writer was actually a man. Because I was going to say, I think it was written by a woman. And they don't talk like. Have you ever heard a woman say, "Hey, where's the head at? I got to go shake the dew off my lily"? Never have I heard a woman say that.
No.
So there's just all kinds of problems to this film, up and down. I can't believe I wasted my time watching it.
Wow.
I did it for you guys.
Gary, you're doing the Lord's work, whether you want to believe it or not.
I like to think I am. Real quick before we kind of sign off on this. And by the way, thumbs down if that wasn't clear enough.
So, Gary, how do you really feel?
One of the ideas to kind of doing this when we initially started the channel was we were talking about just watching terrible movies and reviewing them. And we kind of got away from that, right? Kind of from the beginning, and started kind of watching other stuff. I thought with Halloween coming up with our FlickFloptober that it might be more beneficial for us to split these up. And Andy watched some bad movies. I watched some bad movies and just make them all horror movies. And just for October, we'll kind of get back to this brief period of time. We kind of do what we were wanting to kind of do anyway. And it would give us a good chance to kind of tell you if there's anything worthwhile watching in these crappy films that are out there. So expect at least another episode, maybe 2 of this for FlickFloptober. But I don't know, man. This is just this. I don't have any desire to watch the movie that you saw. I would totally caution you spending any time. At least yours sounds like it was made to be funny and fun, and at least laugh at. Mine takes itself way too serious, and it's so ridiculous in concept and the way that people act that there's not one thing that seems genuine in it at all.
Yeah,
it is awful. I was building a table while I was watching it, and that was more entertaining. Actually, it was bad. It was bad.
My movie, one last thought on it, Gary, reminded me of stuff that when you and I were way younger, and we used to have a video camera, we would film improv skits in our friends' apartments or out in the backyards, and how bad they looked, but we thought they were hysterical at the time. Yeah. That's what this film feels like. This guy has just got a bunch of his buddies together, and let's have some fun. And kudos to you for that. But
I feel like the movie that I watched was people trying to get together and make a real film.
Yeah, I don't think this guy was. I think he's having fun with his friends, and it's good on you, man. Yeah. Good on you.
Well, this was a slightly longer episode than what we've been doing lately, but we hope that it's been worthwhile to you. Not that you'll come across Pickleball Exorcist and go, "Is this worth watching?" But now you know. So we're just here to provide a service.
Exactly. There's we're like there's firemen and there's policemen and then there's us. We're doing the work that nobody wants to do. When that bad movie comes on, we rush into it. Yeah, not away from it. We run to it.
Right. I mean, I would say saunter.
Yeah, well, maybe not.
I don't know that I'd rush, but
I mean, look, I sat on the floor half the time watching this movie, playing with my dog. But the point is we do what you don't want to do.
Yes, and now you know that you don't need to do it,
do.
So you're welcome.
Do.
We're gonna you can donate if you want.
There you go. Yeah, help us see better movies.
We want to see better films, people. No. All right. Anyway, anything else to add, Andy?
No, man.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I keep saying it because Andy keeps telling me, look, if we don't get more subscribers, Gary, then you're going to have to watch more awful films. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep asking.
It's in the contract, Gary.
It's in, I know. I got to do something about that. But if you saw either one of these films, please comment below.
Really?
Yeah. What you thought, because I want to know what you thought of them.
I dare you to watch any one of these films.
Yeah. Double dog dare you.
Oh, you can't turn back from that.
Can't.
You just can't.
Say bye, Andy.
Bye.
My bunghole, it speaks loud.
Love chills, who could want more? It's FlickFloptober, the doom and the dread. Laugh till you scream or hide under the bed. From cheesy slashers to eerie gold. 1 month of horror, new and old.
This has been a Touch of Madness production, brought to you by the creative minds at Tommy Twins Media.